Number four, number four, or number five. Can't go below that. But all depends on the kind of start RCB would get because I've always said that AB should be batting at number three, and if Virat and Padikkal open the batting, then you've got AB at three, and Washington Sundar at four, and Maxwell at five, depending on the situation. If they've got a decent start, then Maxwell at four, Washington Sundar at five. So probably I won't go below five, but preferably at number four.
I think in any other team he could be used up the top of the order because he's had some success with that. But I think with you look at the balance of the RCB team and particularly the way that I think Mike Hesson's spoken about him, they see him as a middle order finisher. And I think that's primarily to look at his ability to play spin, to be aggressive against spin, and something in those middle overs that RCB's possibly struggled with. So I think that was the main impetus for buying him, and they'll look to utilise him in that situation and hopefully rectify some of those issues.
I don't agree with that kind of a statement, to be honest, because AB has been playing that kind of a role for many years, and you got to. I've been saying it. RCB needs to do something different, so they got to push AB at number three and Maxwell at number four, and they've got Padikkal and Virat Kohli, and then now you've got the option of Kyle Jamieson and Daniel Sams. So you don't need to actually have Maxwell as the finisher because Daniel Sam can hit a long ball, Kyle Jamieson can hit a long ball. You've got Washington Sundar who can bowl and bat. So rather make them bat at number three and four, and that's going to be a good combination because what happens is your top four becomes really, really strong, and at the same time you've got the class of AB de Villiers and the firepower of Maxwell, and you don't want to probably push him as a finisher. Just try to give him 4 or 5 overs in the end because it's a hard job, and that's the reason with this kind of a combination, I will try and take that punt and probably make them bat at number three and four together.
Well, I find it hard to find many better than those two. I think when you put AB's name in there and then Glenn Maxwell, who's had a lot of success, albeit not in the last IPL, but I think they'll look at it as two guys who have the ability to turn the strike over, also have the ability to hit a boundary, and probably the thing that they really stand out is their running between the wicket. And even as AB's age, none of his pace or his ability to judge his run has changed. And I think when you add Maxwell and him together, that will bring in a lethal combination. So that I mean, I know they've spent a lot of money on Maxwell to do that role, but I think he can combine with not only AB de Villiers, but the likes of Dan Christensen if he's playing, if Kohli's still in. I think all those guys can combine in those middle stages.
I think he had a lot of freedom when he was playing for Punjab as well. It was just that he couldn't deliver, and he was consistently batting at number four and number five. It was just that he wasn't in the best of forms, and that can happen in T20 cricket. But had Maxwell done really well in the IPL, he wouldn't have played for so many franchises. To be honest, he's played for Mumbai, Delhi, Punjab, now RCB. So he's played for so many franchises just because he's not been consistent at all. Hopefully, we can't keep talking about that. He hasn't had the freedom for the previous franchises he's played for. When he played for Delhi, he had a lot of freedom. He was actually made to bat at every number. In 2018, he actually opened the batting. He batted at number three, batted at number four, number five, at every number. So most of these franchises and most of these coaches, because they think that he's an X factor, they want to try and provide him with the best platform where he can succeed. The most unfortunate thing is, despite of getting that platform, he's not succeeded. Apart from that one season in 2014, where he had set the IPL on fire. Apart from that, he hasn't done anything. Had he done that, I think none of the franchise would have actually released him. Look at what Andrew Russell has done for KKR and the amount of time he spent at one franchise. And that just shows when you're consistent, when you're doing really well for the franchise, they would not release you. The only reason why the franchise releases you is because you haven't performed. And the more franchise you play for, it just shows that you've not been able to get settled in any of the franchise, and probably your performance is below par. So hopefully he delivers this time around because every year he keeps getting more and more money just because he does really well for Australia. So hopefully, I think from the RCP's point of view, he can do really well. But he can't complain about he hasn't got freedom in all the other franchises. Probably he's got freedom in all the franchises, and probably he's got freedom uh, more than any other player in the IPL. Look at what Chris Gayle. Chris Gayle has done in IPL. Still, he bats at number three, but Maxwell has batted at every number. So I feel that he's been very disappointing throughout the IPL. But hopefully, this time around, he can turn it.
I think so, because the emphasis normally is on AB and Coley, and Maxwell in a way can fly under the radar, whereas previous teams he's probably been the focal point of batting innings. And now if you look at the RCB, Coley and de Villiers are the main points of focus, and Maxwell can slide in there down the order, and hopefully that lack of pressure will allow him to have an IPL that I think everyone expects him to most years.
He himself needs to keep him in a good space. It's not the job of the franchise. All franchise can do is probably give him the platform, make him secure, and there's no franchise that has not made him secure. Look at what Kings 11 did last time around in the last season. He didn't hit a six. He played all the games. How many people have got so much opportunity? I don't think so. I can't remember of any player who's been in that kind of form in the previous season and got so many opportunities. So he needs to keep himself in that kind of a space. So hopefully he can do that this time around.
I think you look at where he's been successful, particularly Melbourne Stars. He's been engaged. He's been captain. He's been a senior player, and he's been given a lot of responsibility. And I think that's where teams tend to get the best out of him. And even though that de Villiers and Coley are the focal points, if they can spread that leadership across them, the way he fields, the way he bowls, energy he brings, you combine that with those other two, and also a lot of other players within the RCB team, I think that'll be the best way to utilise them. So he can come into that side and know that it's not all about him, but his contributions will be vitally important across batting, bowling, fielding. But if it doesn't work, there are other players who can pick up that slack.